Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Rubbings Racing channel. I am your host, Kenbo76, reporting live from planet Earth and representing the voice of Rubbings Racing. We have another exciting Thursday Night Light series coming towards you. If you guys have missed it in the off-season, we were pretty busy in the off-season with the Dash for Cash event. We started 2020 Season 1 Tuesday night with our touring car series. And we've seen Demobi take the Heat 1, and we've seen that guitar dude take Heat 2. If you guys didn't get a chance to check out the highlights, go ahead and go check that out. It was pretty awesome here. But anyway, Thursday Night Lights, if you guys aren't familiar with it, Thursday Night Lights is a random car, random track, normally selected by the community, but sometimes by the mods and the marshals here at Rubbings Racing. And today we are doing the GT1 open class. This is an open class, open setups here at Monza. There aren't any points that we associate with Thursday Night Lights. It's all pretty much just for bragging rights. Like I said, random car, random track. We've had some pretty awesome combinations here at Rubbings Racing. We did some Clios. We did some stuff around the Nürburgring. And Andy WFC is the host of Thursday Night Lights. Unfortunately, he was unable to make it. So if you're tuning in to see Andy WFC tonight, he sends his apologies. Something had come up, called on me to come up here. So I'm going to try to do my best to fill his shoes here tonight. So Andy decided to go with the GT1 class at Monza here. So we're looking at the leaderboard here at Ubar coming in across the line, number 1 here. Let's go down here and meet our drivers this season. We're trying to do something a little different. We're trying to get the community involved and trying to get our viewers involved in with our drivers here. And it's really fun. We've been having a lot of fun doing this here. Ubar is he's 45. He's from the Netherlands. I can't pronounce the name of the town he's from, Hoogenveen, the Netherlands. We call him the Flying Dutchman. He's been upside down more than a few times here. Said he's raced Gran Turismo 1 and 2, and he started racing again with Project Cars 2 and prefers the LMP2, the GTE, and the GT3 classes. He's also a lead coordinator. He also takes part in the LMP2 series this year. We went from the LMP1 to the LMP2. Very, very popular series right now. Uniclark right now. Uniclark coming in at 4th, also in the GT1 and the Toyota GT1. GT1 Toyota is pretty popular here. It's pretty fast, high downforce cars. You see him go ahead and crank the wall, get into the sand there. Uniclark, 39. He's from Swindon, UK. He said his favorite classes are the GT3 and the GTE class. He said his best tracks are Spa and Red Bull. And Monza's pretty close to these two tracks here, so we know Uniclark's pretty good around here. Not sure about the GT1s though. You go keep on going down the line here. Champ's also in the Toyota GT1 here. Champ was our LMP1 Series championship last year. Super excited to get involved with Thursday Night Lights here. Big favorite in the LMP2 series. He's really good. Really good here in these high downforce cars. He's 14 years old. He's from the USA, and he says he loves endurance racing. He has 50+ hours on the Project Cars 2 and hundreds of more on other sims. So only 14 years old. He's pretty serious about sim racing, and it shows up here, ladies and gentlemen. It really does. Champ now taking over the top spot at 1 minute and 37 seconds. All right, this is great news here. Old Smokey now. Old Smokey out here in the McLaren. Or no, I'm sorry. That's Lecky. Lecky out here in the McLaren. Lecky, one of our mods here at Rubbings Racing, does a lot of work behind the scenes. Pretty excited to get on track tonight. All kind of things happening here at Rubbings Racing. And Lecky is making it happen, boy. He's in charge of a lot of things behind the scene here. So good to have him on track. Spent a lot of time here with Lecky Racing in the last couple days. So in the McLaren right now, Lecky up to 9th place as we go here. Right now we're going to All Right Turkish. All Right Turkish also in the McLaren. All Right Turkish, 53 years old from Silverstone. He said he's pretty new to sim racing, but he's very fair and a clean driver. He races Porsches in the BRSCC Championship. Massive motorsports fan and looking forward to racing in the Rubbings Racing League. Great to have you on board. Great to have you on board, All Right Turkish. Spent a lot of time at Daytona with him for the Dash for the Cash. Don't know if he made it in. Can't remember. There were so many entries. So many guys tried to qualify in, but great guy, great racing. Great to have him on board. All Right Turkish. NRP, Nicky, he's our resident track marshal here at Rubbings Racing and also at Silverstone. Looks like he's coming in this big, long hooded car. I can't ever remember what the name of this thing, the Esperante Panos, they said it's called. The Esperante. NRP doing a pretty good job, only 2.9 seconds off a Champ here. NRP, 33 years old, name's Nick. He's from Silverstone, England. He said he works at the circuit and he loves all forms of motor racing. WRC and Group C are his favorites. He's a very fast, clean racer, and his friends say he's an easygoing lad. He's a firm believer that the race can't be won in the first corner, and also is a Maple Leafs fan and a marshal at the track. It's a good year to be a Maple Leafs fan. I tuned in the other day and seen what they're doing, and boy, they're a magic team right now. We got Ed Heastia. We're going to call him Addy. Addy also in the Toyota GT1 here. Addy's 30. He's from Indonesia. Said he's raced many titles such as the PR2, GT, and the Assetto Corsa. Looking for further challenges in races. He said he uses a G29 with a simple setup and is a huge fan of F1. Great to have him on board. He was with us in last year, but this 2020 season 1, over the break, things have really erupted here. DJ Phil back into the pits. Looks like he's also in the McLaren. DJ Phil is pretty excited about getting racing tonight. 33 years old. He's a British driver. He said he loves Silverstone, and his car love is the BMW. He said he wants to own a VW Beetle one day. Loves watching Formula 1 GP and on TV and the British Touring Car Championship. So DJ Phil all getting ready tonight here. 6 minutes left in this session here, ladies and gentlemen, at Monza. And I'm sorry, I'm back in the pits. I was looking at some information here. Smithy now. Smithy out on track. Smithy a late entry here. Smithy really fast. We have the touring car series that we run Tuesday nights. It's Tier 1 and Tier 2. The Tier 1 is the actual touring cars, the Renaults. And the second class is the Clio Cup. And from what I understand, the Clio Cup was pretty exciting. I didn't get to see any highlights. We don't broadcast that. We do broadcast the Tier 1 class, though. So Smithy really good in that. Had a really good run. I think he ended up losing the race to Demoby there just by a second. Oh, no. Smithy won it. Okay, Smithy did win it. I wasn't sure. I was in the back of the pack trying to... Maybe the second one. No, that guitar dude won the second one. But anyway, Smithy looking pretty fast on track right now. 2.4 seconds off of the leader right now. Champ still out front. We got Flalecki coming in. Flalecki says he's been with the league here for a little bit, and I'm trying to find some information here, ladies and gentlemen, so you're going to have to deal with me if you can. Let's see. I should have had all this done. But anyway, we'll get back to that, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all your comments here on the YouTube. I'm trying to get all this. I got 15 things going on, and I'm only one guy, and I'm trying to get it all figured out here. So anyway, back to the racing here. Got some of these guys coming in. Some of the guys on the YouTube here coming in with the comments here. The console saying, good luck, lads. Console's expecting Flalecki and Champ to be fighting all the way. That's a good consumption there, Alex. Jeff Sharp says Flalecki is quick and everything. So we've got a lot of fans out there for Flalecki right now. So thank you guys for all of your comments. Let's see. Thank you guys for tuning in. Sorry I get sidetracked. I'm like a dog when a squirrel comes around. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Champ still out front. Uniclark now 0.087 seconds off of Champ. Uniclark's very fast. He's very fast in a lot of different classes, especially in the GT3 class. Uniclark's a force to be reckoned with. And these high downforce cars, looks like Uniclark may give Champ a run for his money today, but don't count Ubar, our Flying Dutchman, out as you see him come down this long backstretch here, ladies and gentlemen. Ubar's very fast. He's very quiet. Doesn't say much on the mic. He lets his actions on air or on the track speak. And you see him coming down right now through Parabolica. Looks like he gets a little wide. He's going to park it back in the pits. Pretty happy with his time there. He's only 1/10 of a second off, and looks like he's going to take it for another rip here. Cavacarl now in the Toyota GT1 as well. Looks like he's coming. I'm trying to see where these guys at are on track here, ladies and gentlemen. It's my first race of the season here, so I got the jitters. You see him coming down here towards Ascari. See him down through the gears. And if you get this section of the track at Ascari right, boy, this can be your best friend. But boy, if you wobble just a little bit, everybody knows what can happen. You'll be in the sand, you'll be up against the wall, you'll be facing the opposite direction, watching everybody come through it. So with these high downforce cars, it looks like these guys may be doing pretty good here. Cavacarl, what a great impressive run here. Welcome to the league, my friend. 2.5 seconds behind Champ, and that's pretty good to say there. Falgas now running 6th, coming down a long stretch here as they come down towards he comes down towards Parabolica. 2 minutes and 25 seconds left in this qualifying session here, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are trying to get their final final times in here. As we look and see as he comes across the line, let's see if he can improve his time. See if Falgas can improve his time at all. He does not. Tro, we didn't get to talk about Tro at all. Tro's been a veteran in the league here for quite some time here. Tro's pretty excited about getting online tonight and racing with the rest of us here. Looking pretty good. Tro, 43 years old. He's a Welsh driver from Swansea. He said he's been playing project cars for 2 years. Red Bull Ring is his favorite track, and the GTE is his favorite class, but it looks like he got something figured out in these GT1 class here tonight at Monza. 7th place right now, 3 seconds off the lead. Smithy now in the Toyota as well, and you got to go back through the pack to find a variety of cars here. You see that Esperante, CNRP really willing it as he comes down this long stretch here. Comes up through the gears. Old Smokey put it in the pick. Addy looks like he's going to try to make another run at it. Currently 4.7 seconds off of the leader right now. See if he can make anything happen. 1 minute and 20 seconds left in this session, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are going to have to try to rip it up. Right now, 2/10 up on his time. 2/10 up can put him probably up to 10th place. Doesn't look like he's going to get up past NRP. NRP is currently about 1.2 seconds in front of him now, looks like, on the timing boards there. Lecky's been quiet. Lecky in the pits right now, all going out of the pits, but let's keep a ride with Addy here and see if Addy can increase his time at all. Looking at the timings right now. Fastest lap, Carl just set a fastest lap at 139.682. Good for him. That's a great lap by Carl as you see him come out of Ascari, start down through the loops. We're going to keep an eye on Addy here. Let's see if he can make up any kind of time. Not trying to put the commentator curse on you, Addy, but to see what we can do here. See if you can make up any time on these leaders. Maybe try to get up there and run with those other GT1s, those other Toyotas as we come around Ascari, or Parabolica, I'm sorry. Back up through the gears, back down towards the start-finish line. See if he can make up any time here. A lot of guys are in the pits. Some guys are still out. And right now, Addy, yes, he does increase his time. Addy up to 10th place, 3.8 seconds. What a great improvement by Addy. He's got to be happy about that. All right, Turkish into McLaren. Looks like he not doing that well. 11 seconds. See if he can try to make anything happen on this outlap. Looks like he's still on the power, so see if he comes out of the turns 2 and 3 and head or 4, 3 and 4 and heads down towards 6 and 7 into 6, and looks like he's gonna on the brakes. You got to turn it in here, hit that inside, hit that outside apex, and back on the power. And so many guys get across that line, and you get a stupid penalty all the time. I've done it a million times, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. I think I got about 17 billion miles logged here at Monza, and I'm still only middle of the pack. Some guys are really, really good here. Right now, looks like All Right Turkish is struggling in the back. Let's see if he can make up any time on his final lap here. Flecky's still out on the track. Let's see what Flecky's up to. Coming across the start-finish line, currently in 4th, 1.3 seconds behind the leader. Can he make up anything? Yes, he does. Flecky goes to the top, outscoring Champ, and the predictions look like they're going to be right on YouTube. Flecky takes it by 0.3 of a second off of Champ. Champ can do nothing but sit in a pit stall and just watch it happen. Nicky now. Let's see what Nicky's up to. Looks like Nicky may be done with his lap. Smithy, looks like Smithy's done with his lap. Addy now trying to make one more run at it. Let's see if Addy can do anything with his 10th place here. We've seen Flecky move up 3 spots. These tires are starting to come in. Temperature outside is 110 degrees. Track temperature is 110 degrees Fahrenheit, so the tires should be warmed up later. Let's see if Addy can make any improvement here. Let's check it out, ladies and gentlemen. As he crosses the start-finish line, he does, but it's not enough to move him up anywhere in the standings here. DJ Phil now currently riding around the back of the track. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is our qualifying session as it stands. Once we get back to the leaders, we can see Flecky taking the last second pole off of Champ. What a great move by him. Champ coming in 2nd. Uniclark quietly coming in 3rd. Ubar, Flying Dutchman at 4th. Kovkarl, new to the league, haven't seen him race, coming in 5th. Very impressive for Kovkarl coming in. Falgas to 6th. Tro coming in 7th. NRP, Smithy, and Addy, or Adhestia, we call him Addy here, rounding out the top 10, ladies and gentlemen. So we go down through the list here. We got Lecky coming in, Old Smokey coming in at 11th, Lecky coming in 12th, All Right Turkish 13th, DJ Phil coming in 14th, and myself, which I am not racing. So, ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned. We are going to have an epic battle here. Our first race is going to be a 20-minute sprint. It's going to be no pit stops. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are trackside here at Monza. Flelecki now out front, Champ second, Uniclark third, Ubar fourth. And we are green, ladies and gentlemen. It's a weird camera angle, but it looks like Champ gets the lead here. Let's go back through the field here. Right back through NRP. Oh, we got two cars already turned around in the back here. It's too many red cars to count, but let's take a look here, ladies and gentlemen. My head is on a swivel, and looks like we got cars up here. Champ gets involved. Looks like Ubar gets through. Ubar gets through all the madness. Champ gets in behind Ubar. Uniclark gets through. Flelecki gets through. Let's see. Old Smoky also gets through. We have All Right Turkish, Tro, NRP, Lecky, Uniclark, DJ, Phil, and Smithy. Everybody gets through. Let's go back to the front here, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look at Ubar as he's ordering his brakes. Coming down through the second chicane here. Making a hard right. Back to the left. Up on two wheels. The Flying Dutchman's trying to live up to his name. Ubar out front. Already trying to get that thing airborne. Got two wheels off the ground successfully. 50% successful already. Ubar out front. Champ now harassing him in second place. Flelecki. Flelecki now in third. Kofkal quietly up to fourth place here. Looks like him and Flelecki, it looks like they're side by side. I'm trying to keep a track of all these red cars here, ladies and gentlemen. You see these guys coming side by side as they're coming down through Ascari. Side by side, they get back and forth, back nose to tail to each other. It's trying to keep a track of all these red cars up here. It's kind of, but you can see the picture here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red cars in a row. Ubar leading that parade as they come down to Parabolica. Now let's take a look at these guys here. Back on board with Ubar, back trackside with Ubar, being harassed by Champ. Champ looks like he gets a little sideways, and Champ spins out. We got a caution, ladies and gentlemen. In Parabolica, Champ continues to get back on the track, and Champ's got to be in his head when he's seen Flelecki take, or Foulguest, I'm sorry, Foulguest. I keep calling him Flelecki. It's Foulguest. That Foulguest take the lead, or Foulguest take the pole position off. And meanwhile, Ubar back out front on the hard brakes, in through the chicane, out of the chicane by himself. Foulguest in behind him, and Flelecki now up to third. I get these two guys messed up. I've been calling it wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Foulguest now up to second, Flelecki to third. Cover Carl now back to fourth, still harassing Old Smoky. It looks like Old Smoky got something working there. Didn't qualify all that well, but up to fifth place now as these guys come down to the second chicane, under the bridge, into the braking zone. You see this whole train of red Toyota GTRs, and our Flying Dutchman is just putting distance on the field. 2.1 seconds out in front as he comes through turn 6 and enters turn 7 here, starting down through this long backstretch to line up for a scar here. Ubar all by himself. We got Flelecki now. We got Foulguest off in the dirt. Foulguest now rejoins the track back amongst the mist here. Now let's get back through the field. We got Tro now on 8th. Looks like he's on the heels of Uniclark, and Uniclark looks like he's getting by NRP. It's good to see another color other than red. Looks like NRP now and that Esperante trying to hang with the big dogs here. These guys come down hard on the brakes here as they come down to Ascari. Oh, and it looks like, who bites it there? Old Smoky. Oh, no, it looks like Tro gets sideways. Who was that got sideways? Oh, man, I can't see here. I don't know who's up against the wall. Uniclark gets sideways. Yeah, Uniclark goes in. Oh, okay, I'm trying to find. Oh, we got some action right here coming in to Parabolica. It looks like Old Smoky and Foulguest get together. Not sure what happened there. We just caught the very end of that one. These guys get it wound back up now. Meanwhile, Ubar back out front. The Flying Dutchman, 3 seconds out in front of Flelecki. Flelecki hard on the brakes. Coming down to that first chicane, making the right, back to the left. Carl now coming down to the same area. Old Smoky, and look at this hornet's nest coming down here to the chicane. NRP hanging with the Toyota GT1s. NRP takes the inside, takes the line away, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, from these Toyota GT1s here. But they're all over him. You see Old Smoky and Foulguest in behind NRP. And now let's take a look at Old Smoky to the inside now, and you can hear that Esperante just screaming. I don't know what the size of that motor is, but it sounds a lot different than these Toyotas. 3 wide as they come down to turns 4 and 5 here. NRP looks like he gets a jump out, but it looks like Old Smoky's going to make it to the outside. No, Old Smoky goes in the grass. Oh, and he gets into NRP. Apologizes. Looks like he's maybe have to give that spot back. That was a pretty aggressive move there. Looks like somebody gets off in the dirt. Ladies and gentlemen, this is absolute mayhem. NRP arose among thorns here, trying to hang with these GT1s. I'm not laughing. I just think it's absolutely hilarious. It just sticks out like a sore thumb, but doing a great job, NRP, as he comes down this long stretch as he's coming to a scar. Let's see what they do here. Nose to tail, about 6 cars all in line. NRP in the silver one gets into the dirt a little bit. Can he hold on to it? He does. Gets back onto the track. What a great save by NRP. Meanwhile, Ubar must have did something, or Flelecki turned the jets on, because now we got a battle for the lead here. We got a 1 second gap here, 9/10 of a second. We're going to see what happens as they come down into the first chicane here, ladies and gentlemen. Across the start-finish line, 14 minutes and 48 seconds left in this session here. Hard on the brakes as they come down into the first braking zone here. Let's see if Flelecki can do anything to take care of Ubar here. Ubar looks like he's got it under control. Cove car now coming into the first chicane as well. 6 seconds back. Champ. Now Champ got around this whole gaggle of cars in behind him. You got Champ, Addy, Old Smoky, and Foulguest, NRP. All of these guys all within striking distance of each other. Let's ride back and look at ADH here. It looks like Foulguest goes around Addy. Looks like NRP now to the inside of Addy. NRP's doing a really great job in that Esperante deal. Let's look back through the field here, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Phil now in that McLaren. Looks like he's back there all by himself. You got All Right Turkish now in the sand in that McLaren. Looks like unfortunate for him. Smithy now in 12th place. DJ Phil in that McLaren. Uniclark now. Uniclark, not sure what happened to him. Currently running in 10th place, but let's take a look at this battle right here. And oh, just as we turn in, Old Smoky in the sand trap once again. No, I'm sorry. That's, Old Smoky in the sand trap. Got to get it going, Old Smoky. Let's see what he's doing here. Old Smoky, little slow to get it going. May have had a transmission problem. Maybe couldn't get it in gear. We're not sure what happened. Anyway, NRP now. Looks like we got a little bit of distance in between these guys. Things are starting to shake out a little bit. Ubar currently. Let's go to this battle for the lead as these guys come down through Parabolica. Turn 11. Looks like Flelecki's all over the back of Ubar here. Flelecki knows how to handle these high downforce cars. They were really fast in the LMP1s last year. Like I said, we graduated up to the LMP2s this year. We're not graduated, actually downsized to the LMP2s. And here they come, across start finish line, down to the first braking zone, hard on the brakes. Here they come, Ubar and Flelecki right behind him. This looks like this may wind up to be a great battle here, ladies and gentlemen. 90 degrees Fahrenheit is the outside temperature. 116 degrees Fahrenheit is the track temperature. As we're watching a battle for the lead here. Our Flying Dutchman, Ubar, out front. He's been in command of this race since the first lap. There was a little hang up here, and it looks like Flelecki's trying to make a move to the inside, getting a little frustrated. Can't figure out a way to get around Ubar right now. Ubar in control of this Toyota GT1. Let's take a look back through the field here. Let's take a look at Tro. Looks like Tro and NRP, they're still winding it up here. NRP and that Esperante still giving these GT1s a hard time, just nagging around. GT1s are probably a little faster through the corners, but maybe that Esperante has that outright speed. We're not sure, ladies and gentlemen. Tro right now currently sitting in 7th, 19 seconds behind the leader. NRP 19 seconds currently as well, currently sitting in 6th place. Old Smoky had a couple spins there. See if he can regroup. See if we can, and Old Smoky once again on the curb, gets 2 wheels up into the sand, back onto the curb, loses another spot. Addy goes up around Old Smoky now. Addy up to 9th place. About where he qualified, 29 seconds behind the leaders here. And that has to say something because Ubar and Flelecki, and here we go, battle for the lead, ladies and gentlemen, coming down in the Parabolica. Flelecki tries to make a move, goes to the inside, Ubar to the outside, Flelecki to the inside. And let's see who's going to make the move here, side by side as they come down to the start-finish line. No, Flelecki gets back in line. Can't make anything happen to Ubar. Ubar has this car dialed in. Across the start-finish line, ladies and gentlemen, lap 6. 11 minutes and 30 seconds left in this section here. Side by side, here they come. Hard on the brakes, down into the braking zone. Flelecki has the preferred line. Flelecki takes it back from Ubar. Ubar knew it had to be coming. Flelecki was on a mission. Late pole. Flelecki had that late pole sit there, knocking Champ off of the pole sitter there. And I apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen. That was a pesky telemarketer. I didn't answer the phone, but I had to mute it. Anyway, Flelecki taking a look back out at the lead here. Flelecki out front. Ubar now in second. 1 point second. Looks like Flelecki's just pulling away right now. Flelecki might have just been letting his equipment come to him, letting the car warm up. 10 minutes left in this session here. Halfway through, ladies and gentlemen. Lap 6. Looks like we're probably going to have about 12 or 13 laps here total. So these guys have to keep an eye on their fuel. I don't know how much fuel they put in. These guys are taking gambles here. Let's take a look back here. Uniclark, NRP, and Tro. These guys... I'm not sure what's happening there, but Uniclark now all over the back of NRP. NRP now and that Panos, that Esperante Panos, and they go side by side as they're coming down here to Ascari. Can they make a move? Looks like the GT1's to the inside, the Ascari, or the Esperante to the outside, but NRP does a really good job of getting that thing through that section of the track, but it just doesn't look like he can hang with the top speed of those Toyotas when they come down this long backstretch. Headed down towards Parabolica into turn 11 here. You see Tro going through the corner, or I'm sorry, you see Falgas going through the corner, Uniclark going through, NRP going through behind him, and Tro now coming through. And out front, we got Flelecki now pulling a commanding lead right now. 2.1 seconds behind Ubar. Ubar might have used up all his equipment. And it looks like Kovcar and Champ are now going to go get at it. As they come out of the first chicane, back up through the gears, under the bridge, as they start up around Curva Grande, they call this. I don't know if that's correct. I'm American. I don't speak Spanish or French or whatever it is. I don't know. I'm sorry. Italian, see? I don't even know what to speak. Anyway, hard on the brakes as they come through this second chicane here. And you got Kovcar in a third right now. Kovcar doing a great job out front, but being harassed by Champ. Welcome to the league, and looks like Champ's going to try to welcome you to the league. Champ is very fast, and he's high down for his cars, trying to make a move to the inside as they come out of turn 7, in and out of turn 7, wind them up through the gears. Kovcar gets a little loose off of that exit. Looks like Champ's able to capitalize on that. It looks like Champ's just going to go ahead and, I don't know, look from that angle like Champ was going to be able to get around him, but it looks like these guys might end up side by side there, and Champ makes the move. Champ to third place. Now, what a great move in front of Kovcar. Kovcar giving them the space. Kovcar is not going to let up, though. These guys come through Ascari. Here they come, ripping down this backstretch up through the speed here. Let's take a look at the speedometer, ladies and gentlemen. 174, 175, 180 miles per hour. Then they got to slam on the brakes, hard on this braking zone. Champ does it better than just about anybody. And Kovcar's not too far behind him here. Kovcar diving it in onto the inside. Champ riding that high side, trying to carry as much momentum as he can out of that corner, trying to make up as much time as he can. With 8 minutes left, trying to catch the two leaders, Flelecki and Ubar. But Kovcar doing a great job hanging with him, coming across the start-finish line. Lap 8, ladies and gentlemen. Kovcar making a move to the inside. No, they make a little bit of contact, and it looks like Champ goes around, spins them back out, and that could not have worked out any better. They did lose time to the leaders, but man, bumped them, spun them around, bumped them, and turned them right back out again, and continue racing, ladies and gentlemen. Rubbing is racing, and when we come to Rubbings Racing, we do it the best here at Rubbings Racing. Great respect. That was nothing malicious. That was just clean, hard racing. They know the time is running out. 7 minutes and 30 seconds left in this session here. We're keeping an eye on these two guys right here, Kovcar and Champ. Champ up to third. Champ has spun out at least twice, if not 3 times in here, battling loose conditions or just too many cars on the track. Monza, as many times as we've all been around this track as sim racers, it can still be a pain in the butt, and we know it. As much as you think you can tame this track, it'll turn around and throw you in the sand trap or throw you in the wall quicker than you know what happened. But we can see Champ right now extending his lead now by 2 seconds over Kovcar, keeping an eye on him. Let's go back to NRP and see what NRP's up to in that Esperante right now. Currently 29 seconds off of the lead, 3 seconds behind Falguest here, but let's take a look at Falguest and Uniclark right now. Here we go, coming down, I can never remember the name of this turn, Ascari. Coming down through 8, 9, and 10 here at Ascari. As they come out of Ascari, looks like Uniclark got the really good run out of there. Don't know if Falguest is going to be able to catch any of that draft and see what they do here. As you can see him come winding up through the gears, and you can see NRP and Tro in the background as they come down through there. Keep an eye on NRP coming down through here, and Tro rounding out the top 8. Let's go back to the lead, or not back to the lead, back to Uniclark and Falguest here. Let's see if Falguest can do anything with Uniclark. Falguest new to the league here this season. Great to have him on board. Great running here at Monza, the GT1s for our inaugural Thursday night lights for our 2020 season 1 here. Hard on the brakes as you see Uniclark get on the brakes. Falguest turns it in, makes that right, back to the left. Got to stay off them curbs because these things will spin out quicker than what you can say. We'll say quicker than you know what happened. So Anyway, Flalecki now in a commanding lead out front, 5.5 seconds over our Flying Dutchman. Our Flying Dutchman now just riding in pace. He knows he doesn't have the pace to keep up with Flalecki. If he does, he's going to save it for later. He's only got 5 minutes to go if he is going to do that. Champ, meanwhile, rounding out the top three. So Flalecki, Ubar, and Champ in the top three. You see Champ coming right now, and you see Cove Carl. He was battling with Cove Carl there, but Cove Carl, you can see maybe him coming in the background there, right under the bridge. Yeah, you see the distance separated now between Champ and Cove Carl there. Uniclark, meanwhile, up to fifth. You can see he's just now coming down this stretch here. And you can probably see Foulguest in the back behind him, and NRP may come into the picture as they come down through his car. He's just barely seen NRP, so you see the distance here, ladies and gentlemen. Flalecki out front. Flalecki out front right now, crossing the start-finish line. This is lap 10, ladies and gentlemen, lap 10. 4 minutes and 50 seconds left in this session. 94 degrees Fahrenheit is the temperature outside. 124 degrees Fahrenheit is the track temperature. Looks like Flalecki is now getting ready to put Leckie a lap down. Leckie riding along in that McLaren, trying to make the best out of it. Great sounding car, great livery too, that Loctite sponsored black McLaren, trying to keep up with the big dogs here. Leckie didn't get a lot of airtime today. He's just happy to race, just wants to come in. Oh, it looks like Flalecki got a little loose going through there, and looks like Leckie got in behind him, but they got it all sorted out. Flalecki continues on his way. Ubar now 5 seconds behind him. Champ coming up, making a little bit of time up, right about 2 seconds on Flalecki, but it's too little too late unless Flalecki has a major malfunction. We're going to keep an eye on this battle between Champ and Ubar. These guys are running. The last time by, Champ had 1 minute and 38 seconds, and last time by, Ubar was 1 minute and 40 seconds. So 2 seconds gap there. Champ is coming. He's on the rail. Right now, he's about 6 seconds behind Ubar. I'm kind of curious to see if Champ can catch Ubar for that second place. Right now, he's sitting in third place on the podium, but we know the way Champ is. 14 years old, from the United States of America, very fast in the high downforce cars. Champ doing an absolutely great job trying to catch these guys right now. And it looks like that gap is remaining between Champ and Ubar. So Ubar might have put the pedal down. I don't know if he was paying attention to it. Anyway, go back here to Addy. Let's see, Addy qualified around 9th place. He had a last couple laps there that were pretty good and made up some time, but right now, struggling right now. Looks like he's currently 53 seconds behind the leader. Addy is, yeah, Addy. And you can see Old Smokey there going in front of him. Old Smokey now currently in 9th. Old Smokey, he was the winner of our Dash for Cash event over the winter there. He did a great job. Plays on a controller. It was him and there was another guy. I just raced with him today. I can't remember what his name was actually. VMX Rider is who it was. VMX Rider is another guy in our league, another racer in our league. He actually won, but he had a 10-second penalty. So Old Smokey ended up getting a win for the Dash for Cash event. Plays on a controller. Very fast on a controller, Old Smokey is. Right now, 9th place. 9th place, 47 seconds behind the lead right now. And there's a little battle heating up right here. Looks like Addy might be putting the pressure on Old Smokey. Let's see if Addy can do anything with him here. 2 minutes and 25 seconds left in this session, ladies and gentlemen. 95 degrees is the temperature outside. 126 degrees is the temperature on the track, and that is in Fahrenheit. Light cloud and sunshine in the forecast, so these guys should be happy as can be behind the wheel here. A lot of these guys are very fast. Right now, Flalecki on lap 11, 6 seconds out in front of Ubar. We're keeping an eye on this battle right here between Old Smokey and Addy. I know it's for 9th and 10th place, but there's all kind of great racing within RubbingsRacing. No matter where you're at on the track, you're going to find somebody to race with, whether it's for the lead or whether it's for last place. I've been involved in both of them, and it's so much fun. There's so much respect here in RubbingsRacing. Just want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you for all your comments as we keep an eye on this battle here. And everybody's still tuning in now, so having a good time here. Oliver Marcia saying, let's go Leckie and Nikki. So we got some fans out there for Leckie and Nikki here. Smurfy, good luck Ubar. Once again, he said, so Ubar's got some fans out there. Ubar doing a great job for his fans. Currently in 2nd place, not gaining any time to the leader and not putting any time between him and Champ. Looks like between Ubar and Champ, it looks like that distance is going to remain. So ladies and gentlemen, barring anything major happening right now, Flalecki now coming through the 2nd chicane, starting down towards turn 6, entering turn 6, coming out of turn 6, back up through the gears here, back on the throttle into turn 7. Then back up through the gears here. Flelecki doing it in control. He was behind. He got the pole. He fell behind early laps of the race. Ubar had about a 3-second lead at some point in this race, and then Flelecki just had enough. He said, "No, I got to take it back, ladies and gentlemen." Had some guys on the YouTube calling it out, saying Flelecki and Champ should be a good show for these guys. It looks like Flelecki just left Champ in the dust. We've seen Champ off a few times today as we see Flelecki coming down the long stretch here towards Parabolica all by himself, putting another car a lap down, waving back and forth. We may have one more lap here, ladies and gentlemen. 15 seconds left to go here. He's got an 8-second lead on Ubar here, and he's going to wind it up through the gears, and we're going to see what's going to happen here, ladies and gentlemen. Might be going by one more time, and it looks to be the case. One more time, ladies and gentlemen. Final lap here, lap 13 at Monza. Flelecki in command out front, 9.8 seconds out in front of Ubar, 12 seconds out in front of Champ. That is your top three, Flelecki, Ubar, and Champ here at Monza in our Thursday Night Light Series, running these GT1 monsters, unbridled horsepower around Monza. Flelecki getting it done very fast in the LMP1s last year. Looking forward to the LMP2s this year. I'm pretty sure they're signed up. We had a lot of guys sign up this year, so it's very hard for me. You can see him turn the wheels in. Locks him up a little bit as he comes down through that second chicane and winds him back up through the gears. All he has to do is just put it on cruise control. 8 seconds out in front of everybody. He's just taking kind of a victory lap right now. The cool down lap is on, guys, and the points are on. I forgot to mention that at the beginning of the lobby. The cool down lap is on. So please try not to hit each other in the cool down lap, as is detrimental to your points. But anyway, Flelecki out front one last time in command, 9 seconds now, increasing his gap. And right now, Champ and Ubar. Let's see what's going on here, ladies and gentlemen. I was just watching that big number. It looks like Ubar might have had a little bobble, and Champ now in behind him. We're going to keep an eye on the leader right now. Actually, we're going to keep an eye back here and see what Champ's going to do. Champ, can he do anything with Ubar as they come down through Ascari? Here they come, ladies and gentlemen. They have a lap car out in front of them. Let's see if Champ can do anything. We know Champ's been really fast, and right now Flelecki coming out of Parabolica for the final time, all by himself, 10 seconds out in front of everybody. Congratulations, Flelecki, for taking the Heat 1 win. You will be starting from the rear of the field here, flashing the lights in approval. Now let's take a look back here, and Flelecki takes the lead. Champ now in behind Ubar. Can he do anything with him? Looks like he's just too far behind him. Ubar, Flying Dutchman, congratulations. Second place, and Champ rounding out the top three, ladies and gentlemen. What a great, great session here. Uniclark now coming down out of Parabolica up to 4th place. Uniclark real quiet today. Didn't hear much from him, didn't call much of him, but yeah, we did see him involved with NRP there. Curious to see where NRP got. Uniclark, Cove Car flashing his lights, coming across the line. Foul guess now. Cove Car coming in 6th place. Foul guess coming out 7th place out of Parabolica, flashing his lights. Here we go. Thank you guys for showing up. NRP and that big long Esperante getting it done. Here he comes. Crossing the line at 7th. 7th with his one headlight flashing. Tro coming out of the Parabolica all by himself here. 20 seconds behind the lead. Tro coming out at 8th place. Great running for Tro. Absolutely great running by all these guys. Old Smokey on the controller. Had a little marble there. He was racing with Tro. Pretty good. Pretty good there for a little bit. You see right behind him, Addy was giving Old Smokey a run for the money, but just couldn't catch up to him. Smithy coming what he has less of a car across, and DJ Phil in the grass, in the McLaren, trying rounding out the top 12 here, ladies and gentlemen. So that is our race. That is our Heat 1. Stay tuned for our second segment. It will be 28 laps. It'll be 28 laps around Monza, ladies and gentlemen, with a mandatory pit stop. So these guys are in for a long haul. That was 20 minutes. This one here should probably be about 35 or 40 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take a snapshot here of these results, and we will get back to the lobby. Let these guys take about a 5-minute break, stretch their legs, do what they got to do, rehydrate. Ladies and gentlemen, as these guys come down the backstretch here, warming their tires up, getting ready to go green. 88 degrees is the Fahrenheit temperature outside. 112 degrees is the track temperature, ladies and gentlemen. So these guys know what they're doing here. They're going to start forming up here side by side. They're going to keep that pace at whatever Lecky decides to set it at. Looks like it's going to be around 50 miles per hour. These guys are going to fall in 50, 75. We're not sure what he's doing here, but Lecky leading the field down, guys, side by side. You guys got to get side by side here. As I call them out, as they're coming down the backstretch, you can see them all lining up here. All these guys are lining up. And Lecky now coming out of the final corner here. Parabolica at any given time, once he gets out on this stretch down by the pit wall, he can get going and he can take this field down to the first chicane here. Right now these guys are side by side, they're lined up, they're getting ready to bunch up, and looks like Lecky puts the power down, and we are green, ladies and gentlemen, for our feature race here at Monza in the GT1. Let's go back here and ride with Cover Car. Let's go on board here and see what he's seeing here. And you can see him hard on the brakes. You see him down at 100-meter mark to the 50-meter mark. And you see Lecky gets turned around. Somebody come ripping down through there. Who's in that? We're not sure what's going on. This is absolute madness in the first corner, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody come flying in there in that white, that white car there. I'm not sure who that was. Boy, that was awful aggressive. Anyway, Falguest now. Falguest taking the lead. Uniclark's in behind him here, ladies and gentlemen, as they come down towards the second chicane. I'm sorry, let's go back trackside here and keep an eye on all this action. Ubar up to 7th place right now. Ubar right now being chased by Champ. Where these guys left off, only in a different position. And you can see somebody spinning in the background there. It looks like Dr. Seltsam. No, Dr. NRP now up to 12th place, 11th place. They're coming down here in the turn 6, out of turn 6, out towards turn 7. Falguest now out front. Let's see if Uniclark can do anything with Falguest right now, harassing all over the back. No, that is Flalecki. Flalecki from the back of the pack all the way up to 2nd place right now, taking it away from Uniclark. Flalecki on a mission right now. Where is Champ at? Champ currently in 9th place, 6 seconds behind these guys. You see this pack of angry GT1s come out of Ascari, start down this backstretch here. You can see the speeds, ladies and gentlemen, 185, 190 miles per hour. Falguest out front. Flalecki, we know he's coming. Flalecki is on a mission. Uniclark now trying to get that position back away from Flalecki. And this is all battle for the lead, ladies and gentlemen, as they come across here. Lap 3, ladies and gentlemen, lap 3 out of 29 as they come across the line. Lap 3 out of 29, Falguest out front, Flalecki second. Flalecki making a move to the inside. They come down to the braking zone to the meter mark. Hard on the brakes, Flalecki takes the inside, takes the preferred line away. Looks like Falguest goes wide, looks like he can't hold it. And Uniclark now in behind Flalecki as they come out of the first chicane. Cove Carl, where's Cove Carl at? Cove Carl now is being harassed by Smithy, and 5 of these guys, all top 5 of these guys coming out. Where's Ubar now? Ubar coming out. Bruce Lawn behind him, Champ behind him, and we got Lecky now at 9th place. Lecky in 9th place having some conversation on the radio with another driver about maybe some contact there. Not happy about it. Coming down through that second chicane. Made a car change here, went to the Esperante, and he wasn't happy at all. Wasn't happy at all. It looks like Smithy gives the position back to Lecky. Great sportsmanship on the track there. Meanwhile, Flalecki out front. Uniclark 0.7 seconds in behind him. Almost a second now Flalecki has put on the lead here. And you see Falguest in behind him. Falguest started out front, had a bad run the first time, got out front, and now he's up here with the leaders. See if he can be able to hang with these guys and make a better shot at it here, ladies and gentlemen. Cove Car now up to 2nd place. Or up to 4th place, I'm sorry. Currently 2 seconds behind the leader. That's where I got that second. See somebody in the background there. Looks like they get into the end of the chicane. Let's see if we can find out who that was. It wasn't Champ. Looks like Champ now slowing again. Champ having all kind of problems with this Toyota here at Monza today. We know he's good in these high downforce cars. Champ back to 12th place right now, 17 seconds off the lead. He's got to put his head down. Meanwhile, Uniclark, as they come across the line, lap 4, ladies and gentlemen, 4 out of 29. Flalecki out front. Looks like Uniclark in, and Falguest gets out into the dirt, be able to collect it. And Cove Car up to 4th place. Cove Car really close in the line, and you can see all the dirt on the front of his car as you see Falguest got into the dirt and put some dirt up on the body of Cove Car's car. Anyway, back through the field here, we had Lecky and Smithy with conversation there. Some contact. Smithy gave the position back to Lecky, and Lecky looks like he's doing much better now in that Esperante, but looks like Smithy is all over the back of Lecky as they come out of turn 6, head down towards turn 7 here. Looks like Lecky's going to try to take the inside line, maybe shake him off. Oh no, I'm wrong. They're not there on the track. They're coming down through the second chicane here. and you can hear the power and the horsepower coming out of them pipes of that Esperante. As you see Lecky go to the inside, you get Smithy to the outside. Smithy can't make anything happen there as they come into turn 6. Out of turn 6, Lecky loses the back end here. Lecky spins it around, stuck on the track. Got a caution, ladies and gentlemen. Out of turn 6, caution. We have a car spun at turn 6 there. Meanwhile, Lecky out front, increasing his lead now 1 second out in front of Uniclark. Uniclark's trying to figure out how to keep up with that Toyota GT1 out front. Lecky is just putting the power down. Boy, he's got some kind of special setup in this thing today. In command once again. Lap 4 started from the rear. By lap 2, he was out in the front. Lap 4, now he's 1 second out in front of Uniclark. So Lecky, when it comes to the GT1s and the high downforce cars here at Monza, he is no joke. Meanwhile, Falguest back to 3rd place. Had a bad running in the first one. Can't remember where he finished, but didn't do that great in qualifying. In the second race here, looks like he's doing a really good job keeping up with the leaders. 3.4 seconds back. It's still got quite some time to catch up, but he's just everybody's just kind of falling in pace right now. Cover Carl all the way up to 3rd here, or 4th place. 3 seconds now behind. 3 seconds now behind the lead as they come out of the chicane, as they come around. Curve Grande down towards the 2nd chicane, turns 4 and 5 here. As these guys, there's a hard braking zone. You can see Uniclark right in front of him. Uniclark on the brakes. Falguest and Covercar now, all 3 of these guys, all within striking distance of each other. This is all happening about 3 seconds behind Lecky. Lecky now out front. You see Ubar and Bruce now coming out. Ubar gets a little wide. Let's take a look at this battle here. Ubar to the outside, Bruce to the inside. Bruce like he's going to make the move, but Ubar is not giving it up as they come out of turn 6. Ubar trying to figure out how to get back out around Bruce now. Bruce Law is very fast in these high downforce cars. He, I think he was the runner-up in the LMP1s last year. Champ ended up winning it. There was a very close race between a couple guys there in the LMP1, so these guys know what they're doing. It's the high downforce cars. Ubar back to 6th. Bruce up to 5th right now, 7 seconds behind the leader. You can see Bruce come through Ascari pretty solidly there. Ubar in behind him. Ubar taking a little bit different approach. You can see he was a little tighter to the inside of that line. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Toyotas taking command of this field here in Monza. Thank you for tuning in to Rubbings Racing. This is our Thursday Night Light Series 2020 Season 1. This is our first Thursday Night Light Series of the season. GT1s here at Monza. All kind of action here. Lecky out front. If you're interested in enjoying a clean rubbings or a clean rubbing community or a clean racing community, rubbingsracing.co.uk. Hit the link. It'll take us to the driver, take you to our Discord. We'll see you. We'll get you in through the process and get you out here on track. And I could be calling your name today on track or in the future. If you want to be raced, if you want to be fast and you want to race with some of the fastest guys on PS4 and let the world know about it, www.rubbingsracing.co.uk. Sign up and we will see ya. Lecky out front now. 9/10 looks like Uniclark's making up a little bit of time coming up on him. And you can see Falguest gets a little loose in the background. Covecar now making up a little bit of time on him as these guys come into turn 6 with these Toyota GT1s. A lot of action going on up here in the front, ladies and gentlemen. First through 6, about 8 seconds separate the top 6 guys, but we know there are mandatory pit stops here. The damage is on, or the mechanical damage is on. So these guys need to time their pit stops accordingly. 29 laps, ladies and gentlemen. This is a long race, 29 laps. Lap 6 out of 29 as we're coming down through Ascari here. We're watching Covecar chase Falguest. Falguest currently in 3rd. Covecar in 4th as he makes up great time through there. Gets up in the sand just a little bit. You see him coming down. You can see Uniclark and Falguest out, or Lecky and Uniclark out in front of them, and Falguest and Covecar in behind them two here. Covecar, can he make anything happen here? Coming down the parabolic, it looks like he's just going to ride in line, maybe playing it safe. Knows can't wear the tires out too much. It's a long race here. Lap 7, ladies and gentlemen. Lap 7 out of 29. The ambient temperature outside is 89 degrees Fahrenheit. The track temperature is 114 degrees Fahrenheit. Forecast is light cloud and sunny. So different parts of the track are going to be different temperatures here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have to try to figure this out. As you see, Falguest hard on the brakes. Covecar in behind Falguest there. Covecar, new to the league this year. Don't have much information on him, but he doesn't have to say much. You see his actions on the track here. Finished pretty good. Had a good running in the first session. The second session is a little longer, a little more strategic here. Looks like he's got it nailed down. He's going to try to make a move. Looks like he goes to the outside here. Can he make anything happen? Coming down through the chicane. Looks like Falguest is out front, burping the throttle through there, tied into number 28, number 29. Looks like teammates. Covecar now to the outside. Can he make anything happen? Coming down to turn 6, no, he thinks better of it. Gets back in behind Foulguest as they come out of turn 6, down towards turn 7. Foulguest onto the rumble strip, out into the dirt, and there is not much separating these guys here. Cove Carl wants to make a statement in these GT1s here tonight at Monza, letting Foulguest know that he means business as these guys wind up through the gears. You can see them 180, 185 miles per hour before they hit this braking zone here in Ascari. Nose to tail as they come through here, and you can see Bruce Law in behind these guys coming into the frame. We know Bruce Law is pretty fast. He's going to be right on top of these guys. Going to be pretty good battle. A little bit of contact there, gets them loose. And it looks like he apologized. It looks like everybody gets through it. Ubar now back to 6th. And may have to give that position back. We're not sure how they're going to work this out on track here. Cove Carl, meanwhile, up to 5th. Bruce Law up to 5th. Cove Carl to 4th. Ubar back to 6th. Uniclark now up to 2nd, chasing Foulguest. Foulguest now, and we have somebody coming out of the pits. Looks like DJ Phil may have been coming out of the pits there. We didn't keep a track on that. I don't have the map up, ladies and gentlemen. So let me take a look at this. Keeping an eye on Flalecki now. Flalecki back out front. 1.5 seconds now out in front of Uniclark, Cove Carl, and Foulguest now. These guys have been battling and kind of just minor contact, but we know just a little bit of contact. You see all three of these guys. You can throw a blanket all over these guys. You got Cove Carl, Foulguest, Bruce Law, and that Ubar in there. You got 4 guys, all 4 of these guys battling for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th place. This is for a podium spot, ladies and gentlemen. See if they can sort it out as they come down to the braking zone into the 2nd chicane. Looks like these guys are working it out. Nose to tail steer. Back up through the gears as they come towards turn 6 here. Flalecki out front. But we're keeping an eye on this battle right here. Looks like Cove Carl right now leading this parade into turn 6 as they start out through turn 7. Cove Carl in command right now of 3rd position. 12 seconds behind Flalecki and about 11 seconds behind Uniclark. Uniclark and Flalecki have checked out on this field, but these guys back here are just putting on a show for RubbingsRacing. Not sure what happened to Ubar. Looks like Ubar lost a little bit of time there. May have got a little loose coming out of the corner there. These guys come down through Ascari, 3 wide, not 3 wide, nose to tail, 3 of them, and Ubar coming in the back there. Got a back marker going off to the side. Great work, great heads-up work by these guys here at RubbingsRacing, by these drivers. They total awareness on track as we can see Cove Carl now leading this parade. Foulguest behind him. Bruce Law. Ubar now behind him. And all the way back here to 7th place is Smithy. Back to the lead. Uniclark can't seem to do anything with Flalecki as they come across the start-finish line. Lap 9 out of 29. 20 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. Keep an eye on this battle here. Cove Carl looks like he still has Foulguest in tow. These guys are not electing to pit. Bruce Law and Ubar now into the pits. Let's keep an eye on these guys as they come through this first chicane. Then we'll go to the pit lane action, ladies and gentlemen. Foulguest looks like he gets through cleanly. Cove Carl gets through cleanly. Foulguest behind him. Let's go to the pits here. Ubar into the pits. Let's see what he's going to do, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like he may just take a little bit of fuel, a splash of fuel. Looks like they're giving the cars a drink. Looks like a little extended pit stop here for Ubar. Not sure what's happening here. Ubar now, they drop him. He's out of the pits. Bruce Law out of the pits in the floating GT1 we can see going there. Champ, Dr. Selsom now into the pits as well. See what kind of pit stop he can have, ladies and gentlemen. You can see these guys are working on some kind of fuel strategy here. Guys are taking fuel, not seeing many tires. Anyway, back to the action on track. Foulguest is still harassing Cove Carl, and we have... looks like they got it on a back marker there. Looks like it may be Lecky in that Esperante. Yep, flashing his lights. Good to see him out there tonight. Lecky does a lot for the league. He's one of the mods on the board. He does a whole lot behind the scenes here, taking a look at Lecky behind these guys. You can see him in the frame. I'm not going to spend too much time on him because this action here between Cove Carl and Foulguest is epic, ladies and gentlemen. This is happening 15 seconds behind the leader. Right now, Uniclark is about 3 seconds behind Flalecki. Seen a couple guys take pits. Bruce Law is in the pits. He had Ubar into the pits, so these guys are now back in the field. They're probably back mixed in traffic here. Let's see what Ubar is doing. And that is impressive, Ubar. Ubar is floating above the track. That is absolutely very impressive. I would love to know how he does that. The Flying Dutchman, once again, ladies and gentlemen, you've seen it with your own very 2 eyes. The Flying Dutchman is doing what he does best right now. Ubar currently in 10th place, 52 seconds. We know he took a pit stop right now. We got Smithy coming into the pits. You see the leaders go by here. Flelecki now lap 10 out of 29, ladies and gentlemen. 19 laps to go right now. Flelecki out front, Uniclark the second, Cove Carl and Foulguest here. I'm going to keep an eye on this battle because these guys are really starting to wear each other out. They're just studying each other's lines. Foulguest now behind Cove Carl, just seeing what this guy can do. He's trying to figure out where he can make a mistake, if he's going to make a mistake, trying to figure out how to get around these guys. These Toyota GT1s are very similar matched, very high downforce, very fast cars, so they all need to figure it out here. I wish they came in a different color other than red and white, though. That'd be great, especially from a commentator's point of view. Anyway, Smithy now out of the pit. Smithy up to 10th place. Ubar takes 9th place away from Smithy. Our Flying Dutchman, there he goes. Can't do it any better than that. I don't know if that's on my end or on his end, but that is absolutely epic. This is going in the highlight reel. The Flying Dutchman, absolutely. NRP now up to 5th place. Currently in that Esperante. Haven't heard much from him. He was pretty active in the last race. Looks like he got shuffled back in the field. Not a lot going on around him right now. Foulguest, meanwhile, still on the back of Cove Carl. Cove Carl up to 3rd. Impressive run by Cove Carl here. New to the league. Wanted to make a debut here on Thursday Night Lights. We have a ton of series going on here at RubbingsRacing. We had our touring car series. We have 2 tiers. We have our Tier 1 and Tier 2 on Tuesday nights. Thursday nights, it's your Thursday Night Lights. You're seeing it live in action right now. Random car, random track. No points, no championship points. This is all just plain bragging rights. Different cars, different tracks for different drivers, different styles. And you can see he gets a little bit into the back of him there. Uniclark, who is that? Looks like, no, that was Cove Carl. Cove Carl, Foulguest gets a little bit back into the Cove Carl there. As we're watching, as I'm trying to explain our series here. And great reaction by Cove Carl to save that car. Foulguest not meaning to do that. Probably the track temperature is heating up just a little bit. 116 degrees Fahrenheit. Like I said, that sun's going to be coming in and out, so the track temperature will be fluctuating here throughout the remainder of this race. 90 degrees is the outside temperature. It's good shorts and tank top weather. Bring a little sunscreen here. There's a lot of people out here watching this race today. Flelecki, lap 11 out of 29, ladies and gentlemen. Flelecki in command, 18 seconds out front. We got Old Smokey now into the pits. Let's take a look and see what Old Smokey's going to do. They got the tires sitting on the ground. Not sure if he's going to get tires or not. Old Smokey in that Ferrari. That Ferrari's a really great sounding car, really fun to drive, but just can't keep up with the Toyotas. The Toyotas should be in another class, but they're all GT1s, and that's the rules, ladies and gentlemen. Thursday Night Lights, you bring the car, you cross the line first. It looks like Flelecki is on the mission right now to do that. Currently 18 seconds out in front of Cove Carl. We know Flelecki has not pitted. We know Cove Carl has not pitted, and Foulguest still behind Cove Carl. This is a great battle here. You see Foulguest's determination to try to get that position away from Cove Carl. Neither one of these guys know that they're not going to be able to catch Flelecki. Flelecki is on a different level. He's on a different planet. Some people like to say aliens. I don't know what he is. He's in first place. That's what we do know. Ladies and gentlemen, lap 12 out of 29. Cove Carl and Foulguest. Keeping an eye on this battle here. And let's go back to Uniclark now. Uniclark also chasing NRP. Looks like he might have got a little bit of help from the Flying Dutchman there. Uniclark now behind. Uniclark did take his pit. 39 seconds now behind Flelecki, where I think our normal pit stop here is around 22 to 25 seconds. So we'll see how this plays out here. We know Uniclark was running second place to Flelecki, and right now currently 37 seconds behind. Didn't see his pit stop. Not sure what kind of pit stop he had, so we'll keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, Flelecki's still out front. Let's take a look back here. Champ now. Champ is in the back, and it's, I don't know what's going on here, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe it's just, maybe it's me, I don't know, but Champ, 49 seconds in behind these games, behind Bruce Law here, and Bruce Law is, sorry, Bruce Law, up to 6th place now, 48 seconds behind the leader, and we're not sure what's going on here, ladies and gentlemen. I hope my game doesn't crash. It seems like the little cars are levitating off the ground. They're very smooth at levitating, but they're levitating. Meanwhile, Cove Carl and Foulguest still going at it as they come through a scar here down the backstretch. You can see somebody's busted up GT1 Toyota coming down through the bottom of the frame there. And Foulguest now chasing down Cove Carl. See Foulguest right now coming through Parabolica. And let's see what these guys are going to do. Lap 13 out of 29, ladies and gentlemen. Pit stops are going to be coming up here for some of these guys. A lot of guys have already taken their pit stops. Flelecki out front, not on a pit cycle. Cove Carl also not on a pit cycle. Foul guess still behind Cove Car. We don't think these top three have pitted yet. Pretty sure Uniclark has pitted. And we're sure NRP has pitted as well. It looks like Flalecki, looks like the timings are starting to change here a little bit. And we're seeing what's happening here. Oh, nope, they're back to where they were. Flalecki in command of the race here, ladies and gentlemen. Currently sitting 20 seconds out in front of the lead. Wow. What a great job by Flalecki as he comes out of turn 7. Winds it up through the gears. You see somebody now in the background. Not sure who that is. He's going to be coming up on a back marker here. As he comes down under the Madness Engine Bridge down towards the score. He turns 8, 9, and 10. And like I said earlier in the race, if you get this section right, boy, it can really be good to you. But, man, if you get it wrong, it punishes you in the wrongest way. You can see Flalecki now getting ready to put a car a lap down. We're not sure who that is. Can't see it on track here. But right now, Flalecki, the number 15 car is a lap down. So Flalecki now coming through Parabolica all by himself out in front. Give him the credit and the time due to him as he comes across the start-finish line here, ladies and gentlemen. Lap 14 out of 29. Let's take a ride here. We'll ride along. We'll go on board with Flalecki and take a ride along with a hot lap here and see what kind of action we can get from inside the cockpit here. You can see the wheels on the outside, ladies and gentlemen. You can see all the wheel that he's putting into this car as he's coming along the bottom here, as he's coming out of the first chicane. Up through the gears, you can see everything here, ladies and gentlemen. Turning the wheel, staying inside to that track. Like I said, we all have millions of miles around Monza here. Some guys just get a little faster than the other. On that braking zone, down through the gears, in towards the sausage curve. Got to turn it back to the other one without getting on it. You get on that outside curve, it gets a little bit slippery. Sometimes it can throw you around. On the brakes here, coming into turn 6. Back on the throttle, let the momentum carry you out to the line. Then back on the brakes, diving it into turn 7. Back on the throttle, and you can see now it get a little bit of a wiggle to get on that paint. That's a horrible place to be, ladies and gentlemen. You can see him now stalking this back marker as they come down, ladies and gentlemen, towards the Ascari. Hard on the brakes. You got to dive it in on there, then back to the right, and then back to the left while keeping your momentum through here. And you can see the lap car now. You can see he got a little momentum onto the outside. Probably got in that dirty air from that lap car there. Flashing his lights, telling him, hey guys, I'm a faster car than you. You got to get out of the way. Who's ever in front of Flalecki, if he comes up on you, please get out of the way. I'm not sure who that is. Coming down through Parabolica, here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. Flalecki now up behind the lap car to the inside, and that is a hot lap around Monza, courtesy of our leader, Flalecki. He does it better than anybody right now. He is 18 seconds. Or 24 seconds now out in front of everybody. When I turned it on, he was 18. See the kind of amount of time he is putting on the field here, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, let's go back trackside here and take a look at all the action. Go back here to Cove Carl and Foul Guess. Foul Guess now, third place, still all over the back of Cove Carl. Cove Carl making an absolutely great start for his rendition here. And oh, they're going to race into the pit lane there. I don't know if anybody got a penalty. No, both of these guys, Cove Carl and Foul Guess, now into the pits. We're going to keep an eye on this battle. These guys have been battling so good here on track. We're going to see who ends up coming out of the pits first. Right now, Cove Carl out in front into the pits. Up on the jacks, Cove Carl in the front of him now. Let's see who gets out first. We got Uniclark now up at the second place. Foul Guest out front, or Foul Guest still in the pits. Cove Carl, NRP up to 4th place. Cove Carl still in the pits. These guys are taking forward. Looks like let's see, Cove Carl still in the pits. Wow, that's an unusually long pit stop for Cove Carl. So Foul Guest down out of the pits. Looks like he's going to have a commanding lead over that battle that was for 3rd place. Now currently Cove Carl coming out of the pits. They dropped him. He's coming out. Currently back to 8th place. That's unfortunate. Uniclark now 39 seconds behind Flalecki. Flalecki has not pitted yet. Uniclark has pitted. NRP has pitted. NRP currently sitting in 3rd. Bruce Law, we believe Bruce Law has pitted as well. So these guys are about almost a minute in behind the leaders here. Champ getting a little sideways here. Missing the chicane. I'm not sure where he's at here. Champ looks like he gets into the wall. He's got to back it up. Gets a little overzealous in that chicane there. He's got to come out and gets it started again. Foul Guess now. I'm not sure what's going on. All the cars are floating. It's cool. I mean, It's not glitching or nothing. It's cool. I mean, it's really neat. It is. I mean, it's. I think it's just the Toyotas. Let me see here. Yeah, the Toyota. It's just the Toyotas, man. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that weird anomaly there. It kind of threw me for a loop. I seen Ubar started it all. And who do we have in the background here? They're levitating, dude. They're levitating off the ground. Just the Toyotas. Flalecki now. Flalecki now out front, all by himself. Uniclark in second. And it must be only when they come out of the pits because Flalecki is still glued to the track. Uniclark is now joining his counterpart, the Flying Dutchman here. NRP up to third. NRP's on the track, so it must just be the Toyotas. We're glitching the game, ladies and gentlemen. Regardless, it's still great action here. Great action. Bruce Law now up to fourth. Bruce Law, late entry, starting from the back of the pack here. He took his pit stop up to fourth. Very well in the LMP1 series last year. And late entry here in the Thursday Night Lights. Said he had to work. Got to come on and get the second part of the race here. So having a great run here today. Up to fourth place. Way behind Flalecki, but Flalecki has not pitted yet. Let's see what kind of pit stop he can take here. Meanwhile, Flalecki now is coming down into the first chicane. Lap 17 out of 29. 12 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen, if my math is correct. Don't crucify me if it's wrong. Back up through the gears, Flalecki all by himself as he comes up through Curve Grande. The Italian word that I learned tonight. Curve Grande, I guess that's how you say it. I'm not sure. Anyway, coming down under the bridge, hard on the brakes, Flalecki coming down through the second chicane, showing everybody how it's done. We took a hot lap around Monza with Flalecki, and he did it flawlessly. Got a little loose, got into the paint there once or twice, but that's to be expected on these cars. Repetition is key, and consistency is also key here. And you can see the lap times right now. Flalecki's putting up a minute and 40. Uniclark right now throwing a minute and 39. 139.3 to Flalecki's 140.6. So Uniclark right now a little over a second quicker right now, but I think it's too little too late as we see lap 17 out of 29 here. Unless Flalecki has some mishaps in the pits. We're not sure what's going to happen here. Anyway, Bruce Law now going to the inside. Looks like he's now on the back of NRP. Let's keep an eye on this battle. NRP was really good in that Esperante last time, fighting off some of these GT1s, but he wasn't fighting off Bruce Law in one of the GT1 Toyotas here. So it looks like Bruce Law is going to go to the outside, make the move. NRP lets him go. He knows he's fast in that Toyota. And you see Bruce Law get through the chicane now. Up to third place, currently 50 seconds behind Flalecki. NRP back to fourth. Foulguest up to fifth. Foulguest was having a great battle there with Cove Carl. And these guys are separated by about, it looks like about 15 seconds by now. So, misfortunate pit stop for Cove Carl. Extra long in the pits. Not sure what they were doing. If it's any kind of luck like I had in the pits Tuesday night, he'll be back in 3 or 4 times to get the correct equipment on your car. And just throwing it out there, if anybody has a pit crew for hire that they want to lend Kenbo 76, please, I'm taking all pit crews because they cost me the race on Tuesday night, even though Smithy was faster than me. Anyway, that's a little bit of resentment and regress from myself. Back to the action, ladies and gentlemen. Cove Carl up to 7th right now. Let's go up here. Looks like we got a battle going on. NRP now. Looks like he's still on the back of Bruce Law. Bruce Law up to 3rd now, starting from almost all the way in the back. No, NRP, we thought he took a pit stop. NRP now into the pits, which Foulguest now is coming out of Parabolic. It looks like Foulguest is going to go ahead and inherit 4th place. And Ubar in behind him. Ubar now coming out of Parabolica himself. About a minute and 11 seconds in behind Flalecki. Flalecki just continues to put time on these guys. Right now, 138.1. Fastest time last time by was Flalecki to Uniclark's 138.9. We look down through the field here. We have a 138.6 by Champ. So Champ is coming up through the field as well, up to 7th. Champ had a little bit of problems there. You can see he doesn't have a hood anymore. So he comes down across the start-finish line, and it looks to go down through the first chicane. In behind Cove Carl. Cove Carl doing a great job. Cove Carl now planted back on the track. His car was levitating. Now it's back on the track. Champ now behind him as they're coming down through Curve Grande. See if Cove Carl can keep this position here. Like I said, new to the league this season. Wanted to get involved. Signed up for it. Went through the evaluation process. Dotted all his I's and crossed all of his T's. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Great show by him tonight. Cove Carl, 6th place. Currently 1 minute and 18 seconds behind Flelecki, but we know Flelecki has not pitted yet. Uniclark, however, has pitted, 40 seconds behind Flelecki. We know an average pit stop here, I believe, is about 28 seconds to 29 seconds, so we're not sure what's going to happen in the pits. Depending on what Flelecki does, it may be a battle between Flelecki and Uniclark. They may be neighbors once Flelecki comes out of the pit stops, ladies and gentlemen. Lap 19 out of 29, 10 to go, 10 to go. Laps are winding down. Track temperature is 121 degrees Fahrenheit. The ambient temperature is 93 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Ladies and gentlemen, it is winding down here. Light cloud is in the forecast. It's going to be sunny, then light cloud, sunny, light cloud. You can see the cloud patches on the track as these guys come down through the field here. And right now we're looking at Bruce Law. Let's take a look at Bruce Law. Bruce Law coming through Curva Grande. Right now in 3rd place. Currently about 10 seconds, 12 seconds in front of Falguest. Falguest had a really good start, had a really bad race the first time, got wrapped up in a couple incidents there, ended up starting towards the front of the field, and that's the benefit of Thursday Night Lights here at Rubbings Racing. You get a chance to redeem yourself if you do bad in the first race. You really do. If you're fast, if you get messed up and tangled up in somebody else's mess, and you know you have a fast car, you have a chance to redeem yourself, to get back to the second heat and get up there, and that's exactly what Falguest is doing. He didn't have a good finish in the first one. Currently running 4th behind Bruce Law right now. About 8 seconds behind Bruce Law, doing a great job right now. Him and Cove Carl were just battling, epic battle until they got to the pit stop about lap 17, and they got split up in the pits right now. So Falguest up to 4th place. Ubar looks like he's about 8 seconds in behind Falguest. Ubar had a great run the first time by, led, not most, but a great portion. He led a great portion of the beginning stages of that race until Flelecki decided to go ahead and show up. And once again, Flelecki out front. Let's ride along with Flelecki. You can see him coming up on some lap traffic once again as he's coming down a long stretch under the Madness Ending Bridge towards the scar. He turns 8, 9, and 10. He does it like nobody else on the track, ladies and gentlemen. You can see him take that inside, back to the inside, back to the outside, back to the inside, weaves it in there and makes it look easy. I've tried it a million times. I've ended up hitting that green wall right to the right or to the left or the light post or the orange barrier or whatever's there. I'm really not that good at it. Flelecki is doing very well at it right now. Coming into Parabolica. Has not pitted yet. Lap 20 out of 29, ladies and gentlemen. 9 to go. 9 to go. 8 to go this time by as we come by the line here. And Flelecki in charge right now. 42 seconds out in front of everybody. Uniclark now coming down the... where is Uniclark? Yeah, Uniclark's coming down the backstretch here towards the under the Madness Engine Bridge towards the Scari. And we want to thank Uniclark for showing up tonight. Great speed out of this GT1. Just not able to hang with Flelecki. He was hanging with him for the better portion of the first part of this race. But looks like Flelecki checked out a little bit. We're curious to see what Flelecki's going to do in the pits. I'm curious to see how this is going to end up turning up. But anyway, let's go back here and see what Champ's up to. Champ into the dirt again. Not having a good night here. Champ is just not having his way at Monza in the GT1s. But we know he can redeem himself. This Saturday night, tune in. The LMP2's Ubar Series, 8 o'clock GMT time. And I should know where we are racing, but I do not. I am so focused on my league, my GT5 league, which is tomorrow night. If you guys tuned in now and you want to watch some great, thank you. If you want to watch some great action tomorrow night, let's go back to the lead here. Great action tomorrow night, 8 o'clock GMT time. Our GT5 series is going to kick off tomorrow night, and it is going to be absolutely epic. We have a lobby full of some of the fastest GT5 Janetta drivers on a PlayStation Network, and it is going to be, I'm not going to be able to keep up with it, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to get involved in one of our series, www.rubbingsracing.co.uk, hit the button that says register as a driver. We'll see you in our Discord, get you through our evaluation process, and I will be calling your name on air, ladies and gentlemen. And we see Flelecki now into the pits. We're going to keep an eye on him here. Let's get rid of this interface here. Let's keep an eye on Flelecki. We're really interested in this. There's not anybody within 40 seconds of him, so let's see what kind of pit stop. All the spotlight is on Flelecki. Cars in the pits. They had to jack up. Looks like the guys are coming in. Arms are up. They're trying to give him the clear, and he is down, and he is away. Flelecki commanding pit stop right now. Coming out. Uniclark, where is Uniclark at on the track? Uniclark is coming down the backstretch. Doesn't look like he's going to get anywhere near Flelecki as he comes down a long backstretch towards Parabolica. And let's see where Flelecki's at. Nope, and Flelecki is out of the pits and on his way right now. Uniclark coming out of Parabolica. May be able to see him way down at the end. I doubt it. Flelecki's probably already into the chicane. Yes, there he goes. So that is the gap, ladies and gentlemen, from first to second, once it all winds out, once the timings get together. 13 seconds. You can see the gap that Flelecki has put on this field as this race has unfolded. Flelecki in command right now. 13 seconds out in front of Uniclark. 27 seconds out in front of Bruce Law. Bruce Law coming across the start-finish line. Lap 22 out of 29, ladies and gentlemen, into this Thursday Night Light Series. GT1 open class, open car at Monza. Was he see Bruce Law now? Bruce Law. Hold on. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. A slight interruption. Bruce Law, we're keeping an eye on him. We see him up to third place. We talked about him earlier. He was very fast in the LMP1 series last year. Signed up for the LMP2s this year. We're looking for great racing out of that series. That LMP2 series starts Saturday night, hosted by Ubar. We got a great lineup. That will be at Spa. Same lineup. I'm pretty sure it's the same format as this. You have to go in and check out the details in his lobby. If you want to get involved in that, like I said, www.rubbingsracing.co.uk. Get involved, ladies and gentlemen. You can see the caliber of racing that is on the track today. Flelecki now out in front. We're watching Bruce Law as he comes underneath the Madness Engine Bridge down towards the Scori through turns 8, 9, and 10. Right now, 27 seconds behind Flelecki, and we know Flelecki is just in command of this race, ladies and gentlemen. 23 out of 29, Flelecki out front, coming down to the braking zone, hard on the brakes, all by himself. And we hear a car winding it up here, and Flelecki looks like he misses the chicane, goes through, weaves through the markers there and back on, gives Uniclark a little bit of time to catch up. Not much, though. Flelecki looks like he got going without any incident there. You can see Uniclark now 12 seconds in behind Flelecki. Rare mistake by Flelecki as he comes down. Might have locked the brakes up. Track temperature is up just a little bit to 124 degrees Fahrenheit. And the ambient temperature now is climbing a little bit as well to 94 degrees Fahrenheit. So the temperature is fluctuating. The track temperature is fluctuating with the clouds. You can see the cloud cover from the trees as the sun's going out to the west there. You can see the cloud, the shadows getting longer on the track. So some of the parts of the track are going to start cooling down, and that may have been the case when Flelecki came into the first chicane there. Just overshot it a little bit. No damage, no harm. Didn't even hit the sign. Did a great job weaving in between the signs. You see him come underneath the Madness Engine Bridge into a Scori. 23 out of 29, ladies and gentlemen. Back to Uniclark here. Uniclark, like I said, has been pretty quiet as he's coming down. He's not too far behind Flelecki, but far enough behind that it's pretty much out of touch, out of sight, out of mind here. Maybe able to pick them up in his sight as they come down. Let's ride along here with Uniclark and see if we can, I think we just heard, yeah, we just heard Flelecki go around Parabolica, so Uniclark's doesn't even have him in sight. You can see Uniclark on the brakes, down through the gears, into the inside of the curve. This is a tricky technical session here. It looks stupid easy, but man, is it difficult to get sometimes. And you can't even see Flelecki in the screen there. You can look all the way down track. You can't see him at all. Flelecki has just got a commanding lead right now. Out in front, lap 24 out of 29. 5 to go, ladies and gentlemen. Flelecki now coming up on another lap car, another Toyota out in front here. Let's see if we can get a feel of who that is here, ladies and gentlemen. Not sure what's going on. We got a couple guys, looks like they're glitched out. True, you got Dr. Seltsam here. Look, Dr. Seltsam now coming out of the chicane. Dr. Seltsam now into turn 6. And up to 8th place, a minute and 25 seconds behind the leader. Late entry into this race. Started at the back with Bruce Law and Flelecki. Flelecki went all the way to the front. And Bruce Law up to 3rd. And Dr. Seltsam now back to 8th place. But still, great run by him. Great run by him. 13 guys still left in the lobby. We had 2 guys drop out, it looks like. Must have lagged out. That's unfortunate. It looks like these guys are getting ready to wind it down here. Lap 24 out of 29. Dr. Seltsam here. Not sure who he's behind. I don't know if that's Flelecki behind him. It sure is. Yes, we got it right. And you see Flelecki now coming up behind Dr. Seltzam as they come down the Parabolica. Dr. Seltzam fast in these high downforce cars. Looks like Flalecki's got something just tuned in just a little bit better than he does here. And Champ, looks like Champ disconnected. Champ was having a horrible race. Thank you for tuning in, Champ, or thank you for racing with us, Champ. Sorry to see you go. Not sure if that was an issue or if it was just frustration. Good to see you back on track, Champ. We know you're fast. We know that's not who you are on the track. And great to see you back. Anyway, Flalecki now to the outside here. Looks like he's going to make the move. No, yeah, Flalecki now makes the move, gets around Dr. Seltzam, and continues to increase that gap. 12.4 seconds back to Uniclark. And then another 26 seconds, another 12 seconds back to Bruce Law. 12 seconds separates, or 14 seconds, I'm sorry, it separates Uniclark and Bruce Law here. And we got a little battle going here. Looks like Ubar now catching it back at Cove Carl as they come through Ascari. Ubar, a Flying Dutchman, doing a great job. Great job. Cove Carl had that long pit stop. Cove Carl in behind Falguest. These guys were nose to tail, Falguest and Cove Carl, the beginning stages of this race. And we talked about it. Cove Carl had a bad pit stop. Not a bad pit stop, just a long pit stop, which gave Falguest the opportunity to open up that lead. 11 seconds now between Falguest and Cove Carl on the timing sheet. But Ubar now only 1 second in behind Cove Carl. Let's see if Ubar, our Flying Dutchman, can do anything with Cove Carl here. Cove Carl, like I said, new to the league, making a great run tonight. Glad to have him on board in this Thursday Night Lights series here at Monza in the GT1 series at RubbingsRacing. Cove Carl currently in 5th, wants that top 5 position. Ubar wants to take that top 5 position away from Cove Carl. Cove Carl is going to do everything he can to keep that Flying Dutchman behind him, but we know Ubar is fast also in these high downforce cars. He loves the high downforce cars so much, he's hosting the high downforce league, the LMP2s, like I said, Saturday night, 8 p.m. GMT time. It will be, they are going to be racing at Spa, the LMP2s at Spa. We got a great lineup for you guys. Great, lot of fast guys. The lobby is busting at the seams. Guys are trying to get in, so it's going to be very exciting watching these guys, the Flalecki, the Bruce Laws, the Champs, the Dr. Seltzams, all these high downforce guys. It's going to be really fun watching these guys. Meanwhile, Ubar looks like he's losing a little bit of time now. Looks like he's about 2 seconds now behind Cove Carl. Cove Carl busting a 140.3 last time by to Ubar's 142.2. So a little quicker right now. Cove Carl feels the pressure. Looks like he's going to put the heat on, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to make up any time to Falguest. Looks like that gap is remaining right now at about 11 seconds. So Falguest out in front of Cove Carl. Wanted to see them two battle it out to the end, but pesky pit crews, sometimes they get in the way and sometimes they just happen to ruin your race. Not ruin it, but just not make it what it should be. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, lap 26 out of 29. 3 laps remaining here. Flalecki out in front. Uniclark 10 seconds now. Gaining a little bit of time here. Looks like Flalecki may be slowing down just a little bit. He knows he doesn't have to horse it. He's got all kind of time between him and Uniclark, so he's just going to go ahead and put it on cruise control and take that Toyota as far as he can. Hopefully across the finish line first. Flalecki's thinking that. Uniclark now 10 seconds behind. Bruce Law about 13 seconds behind Uniclark right now, so don't know if anything's going to happen there. We had a battle going on between Ubar and Cove Carl. There's still about 2 seconds between each other here as they come out of the second chicane up towards turn 6. They're going to get on the brakes, enter turn 6, back out to the outside, out towards turn 7. Then they're going to wind it up through the gears as they come down underneath the Madness Engine Bridge right before Ascari's turn 8, 9, and 10. And then they're going to make their long stretch all the way down to turn 11 to Parabolica and make this lap 27 out of 29, ladies and gentlemen. So Ubar right now 2 seconds behind Cove Carl. This is the battle for 5th place. Let's see if Ubar can do anything with them. We're looking at the timings on track, and everybody's pretty much spread out here. I want to thank everybody for joining up. I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you for your comments. Guys, like us on YouTube. Follow the link below. Follow us to our Discord, www.rubbingsracing.co.uk. And we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, and we're on Instagram at RubbingsRacing. So sign up, follow us, like us, get on board, and family-oriented league. We're having a great time here. The growth has been amazing. The community has even been more amazing. So some of the coolest people and some of the friendliest people you'll ever meet in the world are joining up here at Rubbings Racing. Get involved, people. www.rubbingsracing.co.uk. That is enough for me plugging the league. Back to the lead. 27 out of 29. Flelecki in command. It looks like Uniclark now pushing his car as hard as he possibly can to try to catch up for Flelecki. Made up about 3 seconds that last time. Flelecki won 142.6 and Uniclark run at a 139.3 as they come across the line here. Let's take a look at the timings this time by right now. As he got Flelecki at a 140.2 and Uniclark at a 139. Let's see what he comes across the line at. A 139, 138.7. So Uniclark is putting the power down. Flelecki's probably backed off a little bit just to tease Uniclark a little bit by throwing a carrot out the back window there and saying, hey, follow me, buddy. But hopefully we can get these guys racing side by side here, ladies and gentlemen. Lap 28 out of 29. 2 to go here at Monza in our Thursday Night Light Series here at Rubbings Racing. 2 to go, ladies and gentlemen. Our first feature was 20 laps. Our second one was 29, or our first one was 20 minutes. Our second one is 29 laps with a mandatory formation lap in the beginning right now. So taking a look back through the field, we still have this battle going on right here. Looks like Ubar going around one of the Ferraris. Not sure who that is, but great move by Ubar. And that Ferrari just sounds so good. You got to appreciate the Ferraris out here. I know they can't hang with the Toyotas, but boy, I just love that Ferrari. Sometimes I just get in it and take a cruise around the Nürburgring myself and just dream. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, lap 28 out of 29. 2 times by to go here. Flelecki out in front all by himself here. You got Uniclark, 9 seconds in behind him, coming through his Scari right now. And let's see how, I thought that was a race on the track there. And Bruce Law in third. That's your top 3, ladies and gentlemen. The top 3 is separated by 23 seconds. You see Bruce Law coming down underneath the Madness engine bridge and towards the Scari. He makes it through there. Looks like he's done a real good job. And looks like he loses a little bit. Gets into the sand. The commentator's curse for Bruce Law. Goodness. Gets it back going. And here he comes. And you see Falguest in behind him. Falguest now trying to make up some time. Oh, no, that's not Falguest. We're not sure who that was. Looking at the timings. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Bruce Law now up to third. Flelecki. Final lap for Flelecki. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Through Curve Grande, Flelecki has done it. In the first one, he came from the back to the front. Or no, he's got the pole in the first one. Got the pole. Got shuffled back in the early stages. Came back, took it away from Ubar. Won the first race, the 20-minute sprint, and it looks like he is in 100% total command of this race here at Monza for a Thursday Night Light Series, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just appreciate, get rid of this map, get rid of this interface, and just watch Flelecki rip around this track. And just watch him go around the track, and it's such great pleasure to watch these guys race. Flelecki, we knew he was going to be fast, and he just showed it to the rest of the field. You know, he just showed up. He had his tune, he had his setup, and he put his nose down, and this is the result, ladies and gentlemen. We have some fast guys in this lobby, and I'm not trying to pick on anybody in this lobby, but when you do your homework and you do your studying, this is the result right here. Flelecki coming down through the Parabolica for the final time, all by himself, in that number 29 red and white Toyota GT1. Back up through the gears. Flelecki in command, coming down to the start-finish line. Congratulations on a back-to-back win by Flelecki as he comes to the start-finish line. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back through the field here and see where everybody's at. Uniclark coming across second, and you can see Bruce, Uniclark crossing the line second. Great run by Uniclark. He was able to hang with Flelecki for quite some time, but then he just got a little bit sideways there. Oh, I'm sorry, Bruce Law gets a little bit sideways. Got my tongue tied there. Bruce Law, yeah. Looks like Falguest ain't nowhere near him, or isn't anywhere near him. Sorry about my English there, ladies and gentlemen. Bruce Law coming across the line, third. The cool-down lap is on, ladies and gentlemen, or racers, so please don't crash into each other. Falguest, great run for him tonight. Like I said, had a bad running in the first one. Started near the front, finished near the front. Great run for Falguest tonight. Currently running fourth, coming out of Parabolica for the final time. Falguest coming into fourth. Had a great battle with Cove Carl there. Cove Carl did make up some time within about 5 seconds A foul gets in. Cove Carl comes across the line. Great run by Cove Carl tonight. Our Flying Dutchman, Ubar, coming across 6. Great run by him. Nicky in that Esperante NRP. You can hear that thing just winding up. Hear them pipes cracking. Looks like that sounds like a big V8 or a big V10 in there. I haven't really done much laps or much running with that Esperante, but boy, I might have to do that after hearing that thing sound like it does. Coming down into Parabolica for the final time, NRP, our track marshal at Silverstone, one of the marshals here at Rubbings Racing. Great run for him tonight, taking the unbeaten path, trying to walk the narrow way in that Esperante, trying not to do what everybody else is doing. Great run by him. Coming across the line, 7th. Dr. Seltzman now. Looks like all these guys are going to finish up. They all went a lap down. Looks like DJ Phil now. DJ Phil, I haven't heard much from him today. In the back of the pack, looks like he is in a, I'm not sure what he's running there. Maybe, I think it's that Porsche, we're not sure. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is the race. Lecky sitting in the dirt by himself. And then All Right Turkish, looks like he may have disconnected once again. Disconnected in the first race. So for everybody here at Rubbings Racing, thank you for tuning in. I want to congratulate Flecky on a spectacular showing here on a Thursday Night Lights 2020 Season 1. Our first race at Monza with the GT1s, commanding back-to-back win by Flecky. Uniclark coming in 2nd in this race. Bruce Law, great showing by him, coming in late. As a late entry, starting in the back of the field, getting all the way up to 3rd place, following way behind, 32 seconds behind Flecky, but still up to 3rd place. Great. Foul Guest and Cove Carl had a great battle. Thank you guys for the cleanliness on the track. Thank you for the respect to each other. Our Flying Dutchman coming in at 6th. Nicky in the Esperante coming in 7th. Dr. Seltzman, late entry, coming in 8th. Tro, 9th. Old Smoky coming in 10th. DJ Phil, Lecky, and All Right Turkish rounded out. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. For everybody here at Rubbings Racing, I'm Kenbo76, your host. Thank you, God bless, and good night.